How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for America's Voice. Good evening to everybody. Moments ago, I was live at the port of entry of San Ysidro, and the live feed was cut off. The live feed was cut off because if you get really close to the border customs, or if you get really close to the customs officers, immediately they will send a wave of signal, so it will get cut off. The problem with this kind of wave signals is that they prohibit you to do a live feed or to record, kilometers away from the border. It happened to me right now as I was recording and the live feed was cut. But I took the decision of coming over here and now coming to the second port of entry to show you guys the second port of entry, how the essential and non-essential crossings are effective in the second port of entry. On this port of entry is called the port of entry of Otay Mesa. This port of entry, as you can see, is a ghost town right here on the back. As we are going to walk, right now we are going to walk all the way to the front. This is the second port of entry. The second port of entry that is in Tijuana, Baja California. For everybody that is joining, my name is Oscar Blue. I'm an independent reporter. I live in Mexico. I live in Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico. I support the President of the United States, and we are against socialism and communism and globalism. Questions going around in the feed for you guys to be answered and to continue on the feed. Share so we can start. We are going to walk right now all the way to the front, see how and see to where we can record. We don't want to disrupt their operations, and also we don't want to get sanctioned by the Mexican military for recording on territories that is prohibited to record. So we are going to continue on this live feed as we are going to show you the essential and non-essential crossings, as we just showed you on the port of entry of San Ysidro, how the majority of them were only essential. What does essential mean? As I was telling you, essential means all the people that they are from the United States, the people that they are U.S. citizens. Also, we just showed you how the essential and non-essential crossings are affecting the economy of local vendors and local businesses. I will flip the camera right now as you are going to see a ghost town on this border. This border practically, when it's a weekend, is so busy, really busy, that it's around 3 to 6 hours to cross to the United States. I will show you and I will flip the camera and I will explain the line of this of vehicle entrance to the United States. How far does it go? And how far, buenas tardes, jefe.
Buenas tardes.
How far does it go?
Buen día.
Bueno, igualmente, jefe, igualmente, muchas gracias. How far does it go and how far does it go all the way back? So let me flip the camera to show you guys now. This is the port of entry number 2. It is called port of entry of Otay Mesa. Look how empty it is because of the essential and non-essential crossings. Now, for people that are wondering, is this line normal? Like this, if it is empty like this on a weekend? No. It is busy all the way across that bridge. And on my way back, I will walk all the way to the bridge and tell you all the way where the line is usually on a weekend before the essential and non-essential crossings were in effect. Now, we were just on the other side of the city where I showed you the border of San Ysidro. It was much busier, but it was only essential people that they were crossing to the United States. That practically showing you the majority of them with American plates. Why I say this? Because people that they have plates from Tijuana, they have national plates that they can circulate around the country of Mexico. those ones are considered non-essential. As you see people crossing back from the United States over here, and as you see local businesses, how it is a ghost town right here, people. Local businesses are closed. All of them local businesses are closed. And I will put a house exchange of the dollar to give you an so-so example on how the dollar has went up after the essential and non-essential. So this is the exit. Those are the Mexican border customs over there on the left. That's the Mexican border customs on the left. And these are normal citizens that they're crossing from the United States to Mexico, as they are waving at us and saying hi to us. Share so we can start, people. This is the second border, the second port of entry. Tijuana has 2 port of entries. As for people that are wondering why they has 2 port of entries, my God, Tijuana has more than almost 2 million U.S. citizens living in Tijuana. Almost 2 million U.S. citizens, not considering how many residents they live or how many people that they have a work permit, adding to all those 2 million. So that is why they have 2 port of entries. Also, 2 port of entries, why? We're not considering the third port of entry. The third port of entry is the truck driver port of entry. That is really important right now because of the commerce. The international trade of exporting and importing. That is the only one that is being essential. It is considered as much essential, but it has been affected economically. Why? Because of all these big enterprises and all these big companies like Hyundai, Toyota, Chevrolet, Mazda, Samsung, Panasonic. All of those, they have the cheap man labor over here in Tijuana, and now because of the essential and non-essential, and because of the cheap China product that we got so accustomed to, now they're on standby with a lot of product that is being on hold to cross to the United States to export, and a lot of product that it needs to be coming over here to import from the United States to Mexico is being on hold. So I'm going to change the camera right now. Right here, as I am showing you the local vendors right here, how they are out of work. I just showed you the ones in San Isidro, but this is worse, people. Look at this. Look how empty this is. Look at this ghost town right here. There you have on the left side, it says inspection area, inspection area, and inspection area. That is the exit from the United States to Mexico. This is the essential and non-essential aftermath right here. And it has a lot of, effects. One of the effects is just this people, they don't have Social Security. They don't have Social Security. They don't have, a weekly salary, a weekly pay. And because they don't have a weekly pay, and because they don't have a weekly salary, they're suffering right now. All of these people, all of this. And it's amazing how... Buenas tardes. It is amazing how it's affecting the economy of the local vendors. Buenas tardes, buenas tardes. This is how it is affecting the economy of the local vendors right here at the border before they cross. Buenas tardes. Buenas tardes, buenas tardes. As we are going to show you how many gates are open and how many gates are closed. In the line, why is it so short? Why? We're going to try to go all the way to the front, all the way to the front. It's Mexico on lockdown. It's not on lockdown. How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for America's Voice. Thank you everybody for joining. Mexico is not on lockdown. Between the week, the Secretary of Health of Mexico, by the name of López-Gatell, gave a statement telling everybody that there is going to be a restriction of transit for people that are over 60, people that have hypertension, people that have diabetes, and people that they are, women that are pregnant. Those people, they cannot be transiting freely in our country. Of course, a lot of the citizens that, their constituents, They believe that they're violating our Article 11 of the Constitution that is free of transit. So, this, in a nutshell, for everybody that, you know, they're asking questions about what's going on in Mexico, the situation in Mexico is really difficult. There's numbers that we are being lied to. A lot of people are complaining that the government of Mexico is not giving out the exact numbers. It is not telling the Mexican public what it really is happening. So the Mexican government, as everybody knows, is corrupt. They create smoke screens for everybody to believe that it's okay. And now they're telling everybody that the cases that they are registered at COVID-19, they're trying to tell them, hey, you know what, register them as influenza. So, it's a game changer for everybody. Why? Because now it's not only, you don't know if you have enough tests to test the citizens of Mexico, but not only that, you're going to have a difficult time to know which is the case of COVID-19 and which is the not. Now, the test of COVID-19, my God, they're expensive. For Mexican citizens, they're 6,000 pesos. Imagine that, 6,000 pesos, that's almost $300. So, what tells you that? It tells you that this was, strategically orchestrated to affect the economies, not only of Mexico, but to affect the economies of the United States and the world. Ultimately, their number one purpose is to destroy the United States. All these globalist elite in China, with the war that is going on, in the communist war that is going on with China and the United States. I'm gonna flip the camera right now so I can show you how close I am to the port of entry of Otay. You can see actually all the way to the front. Oh, look at this. These are some people from, I believe that they're Koreans or Chinese, that they're about to cross. Buenas tardes, jefe. ¿Todo bien? ¿Todo excelente? These are people from China or from Korea or from Japan. I don't know. They're Asian. And they're about to cross to the United States. All of them, the majority of them are wearing their protection mask. And they're getting ready their passports. To cross to the United States. To the United States. This is the pedestrian lane right here. This is the pedestrian walkway. All the way to the back, you see a little house right there. A little office house. That is where the United States Customs is waiting for them. They're going to wait for them to check their paperwork and also to check if they're eligible to cross. As you're watching right here, there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Asian individuals that they are about to cross to the United States with their legal paperwork, I believe so. And as you are watching them, you see 3 of them all the way to the front. They're actually going over there right now. And they're going to check them right there if they are eligible to cross or not. There's the United States Customs. They're checking their paperwork. How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for America's Voice. We are live at the second port of entry that is called, the second port of entry that connects Tijuana, Baja California to the United States. The port of entry is called Otay Mesa. As you can see, the essential and non-essential crossings are in effect, as we don't see that much vehicle transit in this border to cross to the United States. And we are now focusing the phone on 5 individuals from Asia. They are, from Asia, but we don't know exactly which country are they, that they are trying to cross to the United States, and they are being inspected right now at the pedestrian port of entry right there. So we are going to wait what is their decision, as they are checking them meticulously, people. This usually takes around less than 1 minute to check their paperwork and actually to check if they're okay. But you know, the fact of the matter is that they are from Asia. They're pulling them to the side. They're not they did not let the first one in. So this is quite interesting right now. This is huge news for everybody that is watching. We're seeing 4 to 5 individuals from the continent of Asia that they are trying to cross to the United States, as they are being held right there at the inspection pedestrian point by the United States Customs. And they're checking their temperature of one. They let the first one in. No, those are other pedestrians. I'm sorry. But they have the 5 pedestrians right there from Asia waiting to see if they're going to let them in or not. And apparently they're taking a long time to check these people, as you know, the inspections from people from Asia, from the countries of China, Japan, Korea, South Korea, North Korea, you know, all the parts of the continent of Asia, they're being meticulously inspected, and the custom is redirecting them to secondary right now. They're letting them pass, but they are being escorted to secondary inspection, as they are going to go to secondary inspection right now. The United States Customs taking the 5 citizens from Asia to secondary inspection. This is for everybody that is watching. 5 individuals right now. We are live at the second port of entry in Tijuana, Mexico, as the name of Otay Mesa. As we are watching right now how 5 individuals from Asia, they are trying to cross through the pedestrian port of entry, and the 5 of them were taken to secondary inspection. That is normal. They're going to be taken to secondary inspection for them to later on be analyzed if they are good, or if they're okay, or if they're not okay to practically, you know, be in the United States of America. How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for America's Voice. You can download the app at americasvoice.com and also amazon.com. Let me jump to the other side right here, as I'm going to show you this ghost town right here. Look at that. Look at this ghost town right here. This is the essential effect that is causing right now. So for everybody that it was in doubt about if the essential or non-essential, you know, the essential and non-essential crossings are being in effect by the president, and the order by the president of the United States, this is, you know, quite evidence to everybody that it's being effective. And also showing you at the port of entry as a normal lane. Look at this. There's only 1 vehicle. There's only 1 lane open. So you got close, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lanes closed. That one is open. So you got 6 lanes closed, and you got 13 doors. You got 13 doors, and you only got 1, 2, 3, 4 doors open. So you only got 4 doors open out of the 13 doors. These are all U.S. citizens or residents of the United States, that they are normal border crossers. For everybody that is watching, Tijuana has almost 2 million U.S. citizens that they live in that they live in Mexico. A lot of people are asking why they live in Mexico. You know, cheap rent. Basically, a lot of them are for cheap rent, and a lot of them because they got their families over here. So they're eligible to be crossing back and forth to go to work. This is considered essential right now. So you are seeing how many vehicles are. This is the Sentry Lane. This is a normal Sentry Lane that is supposedly the one that it gets more inspection, and the much quicker one, but it's much, right now is really slow. But this is the pedestrian right there. All the way to the right is the pedestrian entrance. And this right here is the vehicle entrance. Normal vehicle walkway to the United States. And this is how people are, you know, transiting through the vehicle lane. For everybody that is watching, we just saw something really important. That it was an inspection of 5 people from Asia, from the continent of Asia, to the United States, as their temperature was being taken. I can see far away, but they were redirected to secondary as the United States Custom took them, you know, was accompanied them to the secondary. I will read some comments right here. Sir, can you show us the tractor trailer entrance, please? Let me see if I have the time to do that. God bless everybody that is watching. Let us talk to some local, as I have talked to some local vendors right here and local businesses. All of them, they're suffering. And look how right here, you see a lot of them. You know, with no, they're suffering of their, you know, they're not making any money right now because their businesses, they're tourists, you know, border crossers that they cross on a regular basis to the United States. How is this affecting? How is the COVID-19 affecting the economy and our country enormously? You know, big time. And it's like the United States is affecting big time. But this, you know, in my opinion, in my elaborated opinion, this was orchestrated by China because of the trade deal, the international trade that it was, you know, handled by Trump. China was making 500 billion and the United States was making 100 billion. So Trump said, you know what, this is a kick in the butt. This is not fair. Let's make it a fair deal. And after that, all hell got loose. Now you get all this, now you get the COVID-19 that it was, you know, orchestrated by them, and it is affecting the international trade. Now everybody that depends on the product of China, it stopped. So it's amazing how everybody, you know, now we know how much we were depending on China, on the cheap product. God bless everybody that is watching. I just showed you the port of entry of San Isidro. I just show you the port of entry of San Isidro. Transatians. What the hell is that? I like to read some people that make fun of my accent. Candace Fuller, how you doing? God bless you. Hope that you know how to speak 3 languages. God bless you. God bless you. You know, it is amazing how we are so focused on barely little things. And we need to understand that the fact of the matter is that it's affecting the economy, and also that a lot of constituents, you know, they're mad because it's violating their constitution. A lot of Americans are saying they're holding us hostage in the house. You know, they're not letting us out. They're not letting us transit. Buenas tardes, buenas tardes. And for us Mexicans, they're violating our Article 11 of our Constitution. So practically, you know, they're stepping all over the Constitution with the COVID-19. The situation is, are we going to follow in the case of the United States, are you guys going to follow what the President of the United States is saying to stay home? Or are you guys going to, I don't know, in a way, do something to end this? You know, because the only option that they're giving to the United States citizens, for example, is to stay home. And the only option that they're giving Mexican people is to stay home also. So, you know, I don't see other option. Let's figure it out, the option to beat this not only as, you know, you as Americans and me as in my country of Mexico, but as its humanity to end this virus and to fight against all these globalist people and all these socialist people, that they're trying to redirect the world into their own agenda. You know, it's really important for you guys to know how all of this is happening on the year of the elections of Donald Trump. In 2017, it was the Globalist Environmental Pact, and it was signed by 154 countries. In 2018, it was the Globalist Immigration Compact. That's why all the fluency of migrants. In 2020, they're going to do, through the Vatican, the Global Compact of Education. All these globalist agreements with 154 countries. They're going to try to put on the table this 14th of May. Supposedly it got postponed, but the Global Compact of Education, they're going to put it on the table for the United States to sign it. We already know that Trump is not going to sign it, but let's see the aftermath. As the Democrats, you know, they're in their socialist agenda. They're going to try to make Trump look bad until he's not trying to help humanity. He's not helping the children with better education. He's not helping the world. They're going to try to play that card, plus add to the fact that, you know, that you got the COVID-19, plus add to the fact that there's a, you know, a commerce war between the United States and also China. So this is, you know, incredibly unbelievable what is going on to just one man. My God, man, this man is interrupting their whole medieval plan. It's unbelievable how just one man can break the system of their globalist agenda. Prayers to everybody that is watching. People, follow me at my page as Oscar Blue Public Figure page. Also, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will do a super chat tonight to give a show and to give you images of our borders and how the situation that is handled over here and how everything that is happening. I just did a live super chat the other day, really interesting one, with Jim Bambi talking about why Trump is going after Maduro. Maduro, the dictator from Venezuela. The reason why he's going against him and he's going for him is that Maduro is working with the greatest cartel organization named by the FARC. The FARC organization is the biggest cartel organization that exists in the world, that it has been penetrating with cocaine around the continents of Asia, Europe, and the continents of America. This organization by the FARC controls the borders between Venezuela and Colombia. Around 2,500 individuals from the FARC, they're the ones that control the border. Maduro is agreeing with the borders of Colombia and with the FARC, letting all the cocaine into Venezuela, cook it and fix it in Venezuela, and from there shift it to Ecuador, and from Ecuador ship it to Central America, and in Mexico, the cartel of Sinaloa, they catch it. This is all the agreements. So by this, Trump is telling me that he is going to start ending, you know, a war with the cartel, taking the big heads out. And one of the big heads that is going to take out is Maduro. Amazingly, the guts of this president to go after a dictator like this. It's amazing, people. God bless everybody that is watching. Follow my partner, Conservative Anthony, at his platform on YouTube. And also you can follow Border Network News. And also you can follow him at Facebook at his public figure page. You can follow me also as Oscar Blue. You can follow my platform at YouTube and subscribe. Give it a like, bing, on my platform at YouTube. Subscribe to my channel. God bless you all. You know, in the words of, you know, we need to stay together and we need to unite. But most importantly, we need to understand that we are going through difficult times right now. And through difficult times, we need to pray. We need to have faith in God. That is the number one thing. Remember, when we pray all the time, we always pray for help. But we don't pray to tell people to tell God what can we do to help somebody else. Let's do that. Let's pray and let's have our faith strong so we can pray and say to God, who can I help? And somebody else can help you. Stay strong, everybody. God bless you all. Stay safe. And always remember, peace and love, everybody, because always your country is first.